Hey guys, welcome back to Geek Stuff Network. Today I'm going to be giving my review on the What If series. The series is an animated MCU show that just recently finished on Wednesday. So I'm just going to give my review on it, of all the episodes, what I thought about the show, and my predictions for future seasons. So initially what I thought the show was going to be like an anthology sort of thing. Hang on, Kato, stop scratching yourself. Kato, stop! Sorry, my dog is super itchy and he's like scratching himself, and he should not be doing that because he's tearing his skin apart. But I digress. I thought it was gonna be like an anthology series where it would be like going to different points of the MCU, like it's showing different MCU shows and showing like what if like an alternative timeline. And while it did do that, it didn't really do that to the extent I wish they did. Because it kind of ended up devolving into like they kind of okay, so they kind of answered first before I go into what I was about to go into. First off, they kind of did what ifs on episodes I didn't really care that much about, like nothing no one was asking for. Like what I think would be cool is one that I really want to see, which maybe they'll do in season 2, is what if Thanos won? You know, like what if Thanos did in Endgame? What if he wiped out all of the universe? Like what would his new universe look like? I think that would be a really cool direction to go in. I don't know. And they also didn't introduce any like new characters. Like I thought when in one of the episodes, I thought Nova appeared for a second, but it was just Captain Marvel. There's way too much Captain Marvel in that show. But anyways, and apparently it is canon, which I'm gonna go into why I don't really like that. But yeah, let's start with episode 1, which was the Captain Carter episode. It just felt kind of underwhelming. It didn't really do anything new. It was just like, okay, Captain Carter gets a super soldier serum and fights the squid monster. It's like, okay, it didn't really like answer like any like questions. It didn't do anything particularly cool or unique or entertaining. It was just kind of like, oh, okay. So she basically just does generic superhero shit. The second episode, which was T'Challa Star-Lord, was probably my favorite episode out of all of them, because it was really cool. You know, it showed a completely alternative timeline, obviously where all the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff doesn't happen, and just really highlighted how, you know, T'Challa is such a noble, good character, and that he always gets everyone's respect no matter which universe he's in, no matter which character, which role he's playing. I thought that was really cool. The one thing I hated about that episode, though, is how they nerfed Thanos. Like, he should have been way more powerful. He should have been able to easily beat the shit out of Cole Obsidian in Proxima Midnight. I think that was pathetic. But otherwise, I thought the episode was pretty good. Then there was a third episode where, and I'm also going to be ranking all the episodes at the end. The third episode was what if all the Avengers died? And that one was just like, it was mildly interesting, but it was just like, oh, so Hank Pym went and killed all of them. Like, okay, cool. Like it just, and then Loki takes over planet Earth and becomes its ruler. Like, yeah, that's interesting, but it's like, I feel like the ways in which he killed all the heroes was kind of interesting, like how like he shot something at the Hulk's heart that made him like explode. And you know, I think the most interesting one was when Hawkeye's like slipped and his shot Thor. Like Thor was really vulnerable then. Like if he got killed, he would have been dead. So I thought that was a really interesting timeline. And I thought overall it was okay. Obviously, you know, Captain Marvel comes in at the end. Like, alright. I'm fine with Captain Marvel showing up, but she just showed up in way too many episodes, and it just, like, we just got, like, a Captain Marvel overload, and which is like, alright. It's just, I don't know. I wish we got more other characters coming in to save the day, too. Like, if they introduce, like, a new character, like, if they introduce, like, Hyperion or some character that, like, they wouldn't, or, like, introduce in, like, the live-action series, I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know. So, yeah, thanks, Kato. In the fourth episode is what if Doctor Strange lost lost his heart instead of his hands, or something like that, where his girlfriend dies. And I think this episode was probably my second favorite because it was really dark, where Doctor Strange basically tries altering the timeline because like his girlfriend's death is a cosmic constant. It's just like it's a predetermined event in the timeline that can't be changed, and trying to alter it will just cause a corrective cause the timeline to correct itself by killing her in another way. So Doctor Strange basically absorbs all these cosmic entities and destroys his entire universe in pursuit of saving his love. And I think that was really interesting, and it showed just how fucking powerful Doctor Strange is. So Supreme Doctor Strange. It was just a really dark episode overall, but I thought it did a good job. Now the fifth episode, which was the zombies episode, it was interesting, but I'm gonna go on record and saying zombies and superheroes do not mix. It was just felt weird. Like first off, like how are they able to still do magic if they're like zombies? Like, don't you need to have like a functioning brain? Like, don't you need to have like, you know, like your prefrontal lobe functioning in order to cast spells so you're able to like think of them? Like, that just didn't make sense to me. It felt wrong and weird, and I don't like seeing superheroes eating each other like that, like as zombies. It just felt weird. I thought zombie Wanda was pretty cool, but like overall I just don't think it worked. It just zombies and superheroes don't mix. Thought it was a cool idea, and I just wish it wasn't canon. Because it would just be like a cool, like, oh, what if scenario. But like, this is all canon, so we could see zombies in live action, and it's like, no, thank you. I don't know. I think that, and they also think they could have done it better, where instead of like a quantum virus from the quantum realm, I think, you know, Thanos snapped his fingers. He fucks up his snap, and instead of turning half the universe to dust, it turns half of them into zombies. I think that would have been cooler. And they kind of left the cliffhanger at the end with zombie Thanos. It was a major cliffhanger. And then after that, we got what if Killmonger rescued Tony Stark. I thought that was like an interesting one. Kind of what if Killmonger got his way. You know, he controls Wakanda. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was pretty cool. You know. Pretty much, it's basically did the What If Black Panther. But just with the Iron Man story, and I feel like they could have done that without Tony Stark. I feel like they just wanted to have him in there to attract more viewers. But I thought it was an okay episode. It was interesting. And then there's episode 7 is What If Thor Were an Only Child. This episode was entertaining, but I didn't like it because it felt so tongue-in-cheek. Which is completely like tonally incongruous with the rest of the MCU. Like, everyone felt so goofy in that episode, and it was just like Surtur was like a goofball in the episode. It felt like a kid show in there, and I was just like, how is this canon? Like, what? Like that just doesn't make any sense to me. And that's what really frustrated me, is just the tonal inconsistencies with the rest of the MCU. I did not like that at all. I thought that was probably my least favorite episode. I thought the fight between Thor and Captain Marvel was cool, but it just felt so tongue-in-cheek that I just couldn't take it seriously. Then there was What If Ultron won, which it was basically I think that was a really good episode. It was really interesting. It's like Ultron gains this like cosmic awareness to the point where he could perceive the Watcher. What I don't like is how easily he killed Thanos. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are they doing to Thanos? This is what I didn't like about the show, is how much they nerfed Thanos. They made him look so weak after, you know, he looked so badass in Infinity War and Endgame. He just looks like so weak and pathetic in the show. And I just did not like that. And then in the final episode, the Watcher breaks the oath, which is not to interfere in the multiverse, and he assembles the Guardians of the Multiverse. They fight Ultron, and it's just like a mini Avengers show, which I thought that was pretty cool. It's probably like my third favorite episode. So yeah. Overall, I'd probably give the series like a 7 out of 10. I just wish it wasn't canon. I wish it was just like a cool little anthology thing that they were doing, like just like a cool alternative What If. My predictions for season 2, obviously they had that cutout Gamora, like Iron Man and Sakaar. I think that'll be interesting. The fact that they cut that out was a little awkward. But But yeah, overall, I'd say it was pretty decent. I was never really that excited about it in the first place, much as so I'd recommend watching it since obviously it's canon, so you might have to watch it. And yeah, anyways, I'm going to be doing my next video will probably be my reaction to the DC fandom stuff. So yeah. Thank you guys so much. Oh, and I forgot to do the ranking. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. So my favorite episode was the What If T'Challa Became Star-Lord. My second favorite episode was probably What If Doctor Strange Lost His Heart. My third favorite episode is probably the finale, What If the Watcher Broke His Oath. I'd say my fourth favorite episode is probably What If Ultron Won. My fifth favorite episode would probably be What If the Earth Lost Its Mightiest Heroes. I just thought it was interesting. My sixth favorite would be What If Killmonger Rescued Tony Stark. My seventh favorite would probably be What If Captain Carter were the first Avenger. Eighth favorite would probably be What If Zombies. My least favorite was What If Thor Were an Only Child. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Think Geek Stuff Network. See you next time.